Citizens of the Empire, today we lay the very foundation upon which our destiny shall rise, our capital. Before greatness there is wilderness, and today my workers will transform this broken land of ruin into a realm of grandeur and splendour. Dirt will be shifted, stone will be quarried, and sweat shall pour, all in the name of the Imperium. Now, this was only a 28-minute clip that I recorded, a very little segment of the terraforming I actually did. Unfortunately, real life got in the way of a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do this week, which is why the video is coming out 2 days late, so apologies from me for that. However, we did get a lot of work done not recording. Unfortunately, this week I was just a bit too tired to click the record button and do my thing, which I think is okay. So I got a lot more done than what I show in this replay mod, which is you will see after. And thankfully Zen came and helped me at one point. But even things like that mound and the far left of the screen now, that took me ages to get rid of. And you'll notice me stop and start a lot throughout this replay clip because I don't use schematics or anything like that, especially for terraforming. I just kind of wing it every time. Same with my building, really. So every time I stop, it's me looking at my map mod to make sure that it kind of just blends in and looks natural. I also use FreeCam a lot to make sure it looks good. And I'm really liking how it turned out, to be honest. It looks beautiful and it looks natural, and more importantly, now I've made the gradient a bit wider, the topography is a lot better for building on now, so I can extend that town. It should start really looking quite nice, but I'll shut up for now and let you guys enjoy the rest of this clip. Now I know I said I'd shut up and let you guys enjoy the clip, however I thought it'd be worth pointing out that I'm keeping the ravine, I'm not covering it up, and I actually plan on building into it, having bridges or maybe even a mine shaft going into it, but I want to use it because it's a naturally generated thing and I think it's quite nice, which is why I've tried to terraform around it, which you guys will see in the next clip. But I do like the way it's shaped and I think I should be able to use it to my advantage. So as I showed during that little replay mod, what I did actually show pales in comparison to what I've actually done. So you guys only got to see like this bit. I've done all of this over here. This took me the longest. This is why I had the beacon, because you'll see it in the previous clips that this was like a big mound with lots of stone underneath it, and I actually had to get Zen to help me fill it all out. And it's not the final shape, it's not ideal, because like, you know, it's very horribly shaped over here, and obviously these trees are half cut and things like that. So I do want to come probably out to this body of water, but I'm not going to do that for a while now because I'm honestly bored of terraforming. Like this area, that's not going to stay like that. I'm going to push that into the mountainside, so this is going to come down and blend into this natural curve. And this sort of stuff, it doesn't look too bad. Like that sort of area, all it needs is just some touching up, really. And same here around the villa. But for now, I think I'm going to do some building. You might get a replay clip of that. Probably work on the actual villa itself, or maybe even do some stuff in the town. The reason I've pushed doing the town back so long is because I've got no plans for it yet. I know that's a bad thing to admit, but I just don't have any vision for it yet, and I'll probably actually go into creative to work on it a bit, maybe even learn how to do a schematic and do my first one for that, because it's a lot of small buildings and it'll take me some inspiration. And don't forget that I want to extend that all across here. All of this I want to be buildings, but I think I'll do bigger buildings on this side. Maybe we'll do a Senate building, maybe we'll do a little arena. Leave it down in the comments what you'd like to see me build, and I'll try to bring it to life. Now we've got all of this extra space, even things to do with the ravine, like bridges, maybe create a little cave system, like a shaft. But there's a lot of canvas space now. There's a lot of stuff that we can do. So I actually just remembered that I wanted to continue working on the cliff face because it lacks a bit of colour at the minute, and Zen and Sky both recommended that I use mossy cobblestone. So I'm going to experiment with that a bit, and I'll let you guys judge how it goes. So I am liking the shape it's starting to take. However, some of this top bit is still looking just a bit too plain. I could try and have a play with like andesite and gravel. However, I will admit that I am just not good enough at doing this style of terraforming to fix it. So I might ask Sky or Zen or Chuck or Caden or anybody to come give me a hand with that, because I'm at my limit at the minute. But I do like what I've done with the moss and the mossy cobble. It looks quite nice and it blends nicer into the grass now, and it also looks like there's a bit of life coming up from the river. Something I will do eventually is in this river area, I'm going to cut that down and put mud to make it look darker so it blends better into this wall. But for now, I'm liking where it's going. With that being said, I'm afraid that is all we have time for this video. I'm really, really sorry, genuinely, that it's shorter than usual and 3 days late. It's honestly just been a very stressful and busy week for myself, and I just haven't had the time to get on and record, and any time that I have been able to get on, I just haven't had the energy to record. But you know, I did say a few weeks ago that I'd get onto this weekly upload schedule, and I do plan to stick to it. This was one deviation. Starting on Friday again, I hope to... Oh, hello, Mr. B. Starting on Friday, I will be back on the schedule, so I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the video if you did. Please feel free to like and subscribe. It, helps me massively, if you want to, that is. But with that said, I will see you guys next week. Cheers and gone.